My sister used her husband's death to get closer to my husband, then started demanding I divorce him so she can be with him instead. My sister Lisa lost her husband Jimmy 2 years ago in a motorcycle accident. A year ago, she reached out to us and told us she was having a hard time adjusting and said that she needed help. I helped her find a good therapist, and she has been getting her life back on track. My husband Rick felt bad for her and started spending a lot of time with her. For the past 6 months, they have spent more and more time together. At first, I was fine with it because she was finally becoming like my sister again. She started smiling. I was so happy for her, and so was my husband. They started spending more time alone, and I got a little jealous. I told my husband I would like it if we could spend more time together and that I was feeling a little neglected. He said okay, but nothing changed. Today, my sister came to my house crying because she had a dream about Jimmy. My husband and I comforted her, but I was a little annoyed because the second I let her in my house, she ran into my husband's arms. We all went into the living room and sat down. My husband asked her what happened in the dream, and she actually asked me to leave the room because she didn't feel comfortable telling me. I was so upset at this point, I immediately left and started tearing up in the other room. I was in the other room for around 10 minutes when I heard a loud sound in the living room, so I got up and went there. I could not believe what I saw. They were having sex. On my couch, in our home. I ran out of the room because I was going to vomit right there and locked myself in my room. Rick walked into the room an hour later, still topless, and wouldn't even look at me. He mumbled something and sat on the bed. I was so angry that he wouldn't even look at me that I almost left right there. I asked him what the hell was going on with him and my sister. He sat there for a few minutes without saying anything while I was crying my eyes out until I finally yelled at him to answer me. He whispered that he loved her. At this point, I lost it. I started yelling, how could he do this to me? Do these past 10 years mean nothing to him? Literally dropped to my knees and asked how could he betray me with my own sister and then tell me he loves her. He was quiet the entire time until I stopped yelling. He said that he had been regretting not experimenting with other women before we got married, and that he shouldn't have married the first girl he was with. I was stunned and asked if he ever even loved me. He said yes, but that after spending time with my sister, he realized she is who he wants to be with. I had no words. I didn't have any clue what to say. All my life was falling apart in front of my eyes and I was scared. I told him I might be pregnant and he said that he would think about supporting me. Then he said he was leaving me to be with my sister. He apologized to me and told me I deserve better than him and that he will do whatever he can to help me and the baby. And if I agree to divorce him, he will give me everything. He just wants out of our marriage. In that moment, I felt like I hated him and never wanted to see him again, so I screamed at him, "Fine, just get the fuck out. You ruined my life. I hope you are fucking happy, you piece of crap." And then he had the audacity to try to hug me. I flipped out and pushed him off of me. Someone knocked on the door, then he told me that he still loved me and we would figure everything out and left. I decided to call my parents and tell them what happened. My mom dropped a bombshell on me that my sister told her that she had feelings for my husband and that she wanted to be with him. Why she didn't tell me this, I have no clue, but I feel like everyone is against me.